What's going on, Jets fans? Welcome into NYJ today. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down my final 7-round mock draft for the New York Jets. This mock draft does not reflect what I would do. It is more of a reflection of what I believe Joe Douglas will do in the 2021 NFL Draft. Let's get after it. And just one last reminder, if you have not already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are doing a giveaway for the NFL Draft. We're going to give away a $50 gift card to the Jets shop. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and enjoy our content. Thank you so much to all of our loyal supporters to the channel. We really do appreciate it, and we look forward to creating more content for you as we move along. Round 1, pick number 2, I have quarterback Zach Wilson out of BYU coming to the New York Jets. I think that this is a very obvious pick. A lot of people are projecting the Jets to select Zach Wilson. There's a lot of rumors as well that lead the Jets to selecting him. I think it's a great fit, not only schematically, but also personality-wise. I think he's going to do very, very nicely in the Big Apple. And I think that really the question isn't, is he talented enough? It's more or less, will Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh give him what he needs to be successful? Remember, Josh Allen came into the NFL and was not a very polished quarterback. He came to the Buffalo Bills needing a lot of help, needing a lot of good coaching, and if Zach Wilson gets those things, he's going to be a very successful quarterback, and we need to hope that the Jets do all that they can to make sure that he is successful. Round 1, pick 23, I have the New York Jets selecting offensive lineman OTevin Jenkins out of Oklahoma State University. This is a guy with 35 career starts playing at left tackle, and right guard. Tons of versatility in his game. He plays with a mean streak and a nastiness to him that everybody loves to watch on film. And again, I think this guy just fits the bill. He is a Joe Douglas type of offensive lineman. And just think about it. Him and Mekhi Becton along with Connor McGovern and whoever else we may draft and whoever else we may start in the interior of the offensive line, I think we have the makings of a really good offensive line if we are able to land him. Now, that's the big question. I think that there's a chance, a very good chance, that OTevin Jenkins is not available at 23. So this is kind of like me projecting a trade. I think that the New York Jets and Joe Douglas will try to get into the mid to late teens and try to snag this guy up before somebody else does. So I'm projecting OTevin Jenkins to the New York Jets. He'll play right guard his first year in the NFL, and then could slide out to right tackle whenever George Fant is no longer on the team. Round 2, pick 34, I have the New York Jets selecting cornerback Tyson Campbell out of Georgia. This is a guy with the size and speed that Joe Douglas really covets. He's got very good short area quickness and speed. He's going to be really nice in reacting in that zone defense that Robert Saleh will likely install on defense. And again, I think that this is a great value at pick 34. He did have some injury concerns prior to 2020, but he did stay healthy this past year, which is very encouraging. So I would love to see him and Bryce Hall along with Javelin Guidry at the slot position and whoever else we may add after the draft. We might be signing our veteran cornerback as well. And so perhaps this guy doesn't need to be a starter day one and he can kind of sit and learn a little bit, kind of like what Bryce Hall did in 2020. Round 3, pick 66, I have the New York Jets selecting offensive lineman Dylan Raddens out of North Dakota State University. So currently we have George Fant playing right tackle for the New York Jets, and I feel like we could probably get better and we could get younger at the position, and we certainly could use better depth at the position. So in round 3, I'm taking a backup, but with the outside chance that he becomes a starter for the New York Jets in the long term. And so Dylan's going to he's going to help us in the immediate and he's going to help us in the future. So I really like this pick for the Jets. And I think he also fits the bill for a New York Jet, a Joe Douglas offensive lineman, and he fits the scheme really, really nicely. Round 3, pick 86, I have the New York Jets selecting linebacker Dylan Moses out of Alabama. This is a guy that plays with an all-gas, no-break type of mentality. He's a hair-on-fire kind of linebacker. He played all 3 positions at the linebacker spot at Alabama. So he has tons and tons of versatility. And again, if you just think about it, we have Jarrad Davis, we have CJ Mosley. We could really use another linebacker in this group. And he is young and he's going to provide a ton of sideline to sideline speed. He hits like a Mack truck. And again, I just really think that we could really use a linebacker, and he might not even be available at pick 86. So we'll just have to wait and see how this unfolds. He might slip a little bit due to the fact that he had a hard time recovering from his knee injury back in 2019. So fingers crossed that this guy falls to pick 86. Round 4, pick 107, I have the New York Jets selecting edge rusher Patrick Jones II out of Pitt. I really like Patrick Jones a lot. He incrementally improved every single year at Pittsburgh, improving his statistics, his production, and his sack numbers while playing the position. I think he has the size speed combination that Joe Douglas loves. He's 6'5", 260 pounds. And again, we need a rotation of defensive ends on this team. We know we got better when we signed Carl Lawson, and we improved our pass rush when we added Sheldon Rankins. But we still have some unproven commodities on the football team. Bryce Huff, Jabari Zuniga, even Jonathan Franklin Myers, who might play a little bit of edge this season. Those guys still haven't proven that they are going to be year to year, or that they can be counted on year to year. So I'm adding Patrick Jones here. I think it's a great value, and I think it's just a wonderful scheme fit. Round 5, pick 146, I have the New York Jets selecting wide receiver / punt returner Jalen Darden out of North Texas. Year 1, I think this guy would be an awesome punt returner, and I think that he can contribute on special teams, and special teams matter, and the New York Jets need to improve in that area. I don't think that Braxton Berrios is going to cut it for us at punt returner. We need to be making more plays on special teams, and I think that this guy would be outstanding for it. Tons of speed, outstanding elusiveness, and I think that he would be able to make a lot of people miss. And again, the idea here in the 5th round is you might not be getting a starter, but you're going to get a guy that can contribute on the football team. His best case scenario is he could potentially become a slot wide receiver and replace Jamison Crowder. Jamison's contract is up after this year, so we do need to be planning for that in the future. Round 5, pick 154, I have the New York Jets selecting tight end Tommy Tremble out of Notre Dame. This is a guy that we talk a lot about in our streams that we do every Wednesday night. He is constantly being brought up and talked about on our channel. And again, I think that we could really use somebody that brings a lot of tenacity to the blocking and to the running game in general. I think this is a guy that would help us year 1 to really boost our running game. Again, think about it. When was the last time the New York Jets were really successful running the football consistently? And I think that this guy would be an answer to that. This guy would be a key to unlocking the running game and getting it going. And so when you're drafting Tommy Tremble, you're hoping that, best case scenario, this guy could become a tight end too on this offense moving forward. And again, think about it in, the future, 22, in the 22 season, we may not have any tight ends on this roster. Chris Herndon is in a contract year. Ryan Griffin might be cut this offseason. And we know that Tyler Kroft is on a 1-year contract. So just keep that in mind, that this guy is not necessarily going to be a George Kittle for this offense, but we're not really drafting him to become that either. He's here for blocking and to help the running game get going, and I love this type of move, especially in the 5th round. I think you're getting really good value here with Tommy Tremble. Round 6, pick 186, I have the New York Jets selecting safety Talanoa Hufanga out of USC. This is a guy who offers a lot of versatility at the safety position. He could eventually develop into a starter. We know that we have Joyner, who is a veteran on a 1-year deal. We have Marcus May playing on the franchise tag, and we have Ashton Davis, who is young but unproven at the starting spot. So we could really use a guy who could come in and maybe play some special teams year 1 and eventually could be that 3rd safety in this defense. I think there's a lot of value in that. And again, 6th round pick, you could do a lot worse getting somebody that can not only contribute year 1 on special teams, but again, somebody that has a future role on this football team. Round 6, pick 226. I am going to speak this draft pick into existence. I have the New York Jets selecting kicker Jose Borregales out of Miami University. This is a guy who is extremely accurate in college football. He only missed 2 kicks last year in 2020. And again, very, very strong leg, and he's going to provide a very good strong leg as well for kickoffs. I don't think that Brandon Mann's going to have to do that anymore. And I just think that it's time for the New York Jets to start having a reliable kicker. NFL teams win and lose games every single week on Sundays because of the kicker, and I think that it's not out of the realm of possibility that Joe Douglas spends another 6th round pick on a kicker back-to-back years. So in summary, I feel like this is a pretty good draft here, and I do feel like Joe Douglas is going to try to do some of these things. Again, this is a prediction of what I think he will do, not necessarily what I would do. Overall, though, I do think it's a strong class. It would help the Jets, and it would help Zach Wilson to be successful in the short term and in the long term. Let me know if you guys think I took anybody too early or too late. It will not hurt my feelings one way or another. One of my favorite things to do is to read your comments after these videos post. So just let me hear what you guys have to say in the comments. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching NYJ Today. Guys, if you could do me a favor and jet up the like button on this video, and if you're new here and you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are now only 4 days away from the NFL draft, so if you're fired up, please let me know in the comments. Go Jets! See you guys next time.